Hey everyone, welcome to the Life Changing Transformation Podcast. I'm your host Muhammad Faraj, and today our topic is the power of visualization. I've used visualization in all my life. I've been using it since I was kid because visualization have made a big positive impact in my life, and I'm still benefiting from this concept. A lot of people, they underestimate how powerful visualization is, and they don't practice using it. They don't rehearse, they don't repeat those thoughts. They just live a normal average life, and they expect good things or great things or goals that will be achieved in their life. That's why they end up being stuck and stagnant in their life, because they don't use this power in their ability in their life. Basically, visualization is that you visualize your dreams, your goals, what you want to achieve, which goals you want to accomplish in your life, what do you want your life to be like in the future, your dreams, what places you want to live in, what houses you want to own, what businesses you want to build, what projects you want to create in your life. So basically, visualizing is an powerful method that anyone can use it in on any goals on any time, because if you're just hoping and thinking and just imagining things that will or great things that will happen in your life, I don't think you will achieve any goals in your life. I don't think you will reach your dreams. I don't think you will accomplish any goals in your life without visualizing, without feeling the sense of the achievement, the experiences. You need to feel the experience. You need to repeat those thoughts over and over and over again until you condition your body on those goals, on those experiences. And even Dr. Joe Benzema also, he talks about that. He's a neuroscience expert. He talks about the power of visualization and meditating and the law of attraction. So visualization is very, very important method that we all need to use it in our life if we want to achieve our goals. For example, I can tell you from my experiences that first, before I used to work with the US Army as a linguist, I always tried to learn the English language. I was just looking for any opportunity to learn and develop my language skills so I could work for the US Army. But since it was a war and I could not find any courses or any teacher or any training center that can teach me the language, and I would pay them whatever it cost. So what I used to do is that I was just trying to reach out to the soldiers, to the military soldiers working with the US Army. So I was just practicing talking with them, and I was trying to learn and listen and develop my pronunciation and my conversation skills. So what I used to do at the same time, every time I saw an American US Army squad or a convoy where they had their own combat linguist or interpreter, every time I watch the interpreter standing between the local people and the American soldiers, and he or she was translating, interpreting every language, every sentence back and forth from English to Arabic, from Arabic to English. What I used to do is that I used to just stand and watch the interpreter, watch his ability, watch his body language, watch the skill that he was using or she was using to communicate between those peoples. So what I was doing after that, I would just close my eyes and I was just visualize myself standing there talking and communicating and translating and interpreting all the words, all the sentences back and forth. So I would just use this technique. I would just repeat it all the time. Even when I came back home, I was just visualizing myself standing there working with the US Army, wearing those military uniform and just communicating and translating all the conversation. So I did that for a while. I was just repeating and feeling the feelings of being an linguist. I was thinking and bringing thoughts that I would visualize myself standing and working with the US Army, following them everywhere and talking loudly and having the language skill. So what it ended happening is that after a while, after I made my test, my English language examination, I got approved. I had been accepted as an Iraqi combat linguist, and I signed a contract with a company that was working and providing linguists or interpreters for the US Army. So my goal was achieved. I got to work with the US Army and learn the language, and I was shocked. I said, oh my God, before this happened, a while ago, I was just standing, watching other interpreters and visualizing and dreaming, and my burning desire was going on all the time, trying to achieve this goal. And finally, I did it, and I realized how powerful the visualization was. Another experience before I immigrated to Sweden, where I used to live in Iraq, when I used to work and study, I always dreamed and visualized that I immigrated to one of the Western countries and I would be living there, walking on the streets, doing all the sport activities, studying in like college or university, talking with people in English language. So I was doing a lot of visualizing practices back in Iraq. And one day, thank God, I ended up being here in Sweden, in Europe, and doing exactly the same things that I was always dreaming to do. Another experience that is related to visualization, which was me getting an asylum or approval to stay in Sweden. Before I made my interview with the migration agency, I was always going up to a hill close to my area. There was a hill there. I would go up to the hill every day, every week, every month, and just standing there, lifting my arms up. And I would close my eyes and just visualize and repeat the thoughts, repeat the feeling, repeat the experience that I'm going to have in the future, and holding my asylum ID card in my hand. So I was doing this practice every day, every week. I was feeling the sense of achieving it. I was feeling the experience. I was acting like I'm holding my asylum card in my hand. I was acting like the experience has already happened, even though I had made interview and I was so worried and nervous if I'm going to get rejected, if they won't accept me, or I will not get to stay here in Sweden. So I was so afraid and nervous, but thanks to the technique, to the power of visualization, my goal was achieved. I got my asylum and I've been living here in Sweden as an immigrant for almost 10 years now. Another experience I felt before too, when it comes to visualization, which was working at a Swedish private elementary school. For me, I love kids, I love children, I love working with them, talking with them, playing with them, making them happy. I always loved children. So before I started to work at that school, what I used to do, before. Every time I biked, every time I walked by the school, I would visualize myself. I got an opportunity to work at the school, and I was working with the children and making them happy, interacting with them, making activities and games for them, talking to them, and playing around with them, chasing them, and making them as happy as much as possible. So what ended up happening one day, I got my opportunity. I started to work at the school and I did exactly the same thing that I was visualizing. I started to work with the children at the school. After 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, those children, they started to feel incredibly happy. They were enjoying their school times. They were telling their parents how wonderful I am, how interactive I am, how much time and effort I was putting to play around with them, to help them, to do sport activities with them, to talk to them, to create activities for them, to help them, to make them happy, to stand out for them, to support them. So after a while, I was getting so much feedback from the teachers, from my headmaster, was my boss, from parents. They were praising me, they were saying good things about me. Children, the kids, they were telling other teachers or other people that I am the best teacher at the school, although I wasn't a teacher and I'm not educated to be a teacher either. But those children, they loved me because every day I woke up early in the morning. I'm telling you, every day I was closing my eyes and I was visualizing that today children became happier, visualizing that I'm running around, chasing them, doing games, doing activities, making them happy, joking around with them, laughing with them, talking to them, listening to them, solving their problems. Every day I would visualize. And thank God, every day I started working at the school. I was very active the whole day. After finishing working at the school, I would come back home with so much positivity, so much joy, so much excitement. I was so happy. I would reward myself by cooking a delicious meal or watching a program on TV or listening to songs or doing some training, preparing myself for the tomorrow so I can go to the school very active, energized, positive, healthy, happy. So I had a really wonderful experience working at the school, and the children, every time they see me or they meet me downtown here in my city, they would feel so happy. I would see the smile, the beautiful smile on their face. They would tell me good things about me. How do I feel? What am I doing in my days? So they like me a lot. Even people, they feel amazed when they see their children's reaction when they meet me. So I really emphasize how powerful visualization is, and visualization is a part of our life. We have to visualize our dreams, our goals that are going to be achieved. We need to feel the experience. I mean, for example, when you prepare a salad, a tomato or a cucumber or carrot, they wouldn't taste very good or delicious just by using one kind of vegetable. So in order to prepare a delicious salad, you need to mix stuff. You need to mix the tomato with the salad and put some lemon juice and put some salt. So you need to create and prepare a delicious mix. That way it will be very delicious. So same principle applies for visualization. Same principle applies for law of attraction. Same principle applies when it comes to achieving our goals. We need to feel the experience. We need to mix emotions, feelings, thoughts all together, and send a powerful message to the universe. That way, the universe will return to us with the same positive message, and our goals will be achieved, and we will reach our dreams. So when you send to the universe that you love your goals, you love achieving your goals, you're dreaming, you want to make your dreams come true, you're following a goal, you're working very hard at it, you wake up early in the morning, you're staying healthy, you're building good positive habits, you're working very hard, you're putting actions and effort and time, energy towards your goals, and you're using your visualization technique. Basically, the universe will help you, will return to you what you're putting in the world, what thoughts you're thinking, what emotions and feelings you're feeling, and conditioning your body. The universe will send you back what you're putting in the world, the actions that you are taking, the burning desire that you have in your heart, in your brain, your mindset. That way you will reach your goals, and someday you will feel very proud, very happy, incredibly enthusiastic, and you will not believe it that you're finally your dream came true and you achieved your goals. And a lot of successful people, they've done this visualization technique. For example, I know a famous hockey player. He's from Canada. He's a Canadian hockey player. When they asked him in one of his interviews, they said, "How do you do that, man? You're not the faster, you're not the smarter player, you're not the greatest player. How do you score all those goals? How do you win all those games?" So basically, he was telling them that, every time before I dribble a player or before I shoot any puck, I would visualize myself. I'm dribbling that player, I'm winning that game, I'm putting that puck inside the goal. So he was using the power of visualization. He was visualizing that he's winning that game. He was visualizing holding that cup or the Stanley Cup at the end of the season. So a lot of people, successful people, they use visualization, and they have a vision when they wake up early in the morning. They always think about their vision, because their vision always puts them on the track. They don't drift around, they don't end up chasing many goals or many stuff, and then they end up nowhere by chasing the rabbit hole. They visualize themselves achieving that big goal in their life. People like Elon Musk, he always imagined and dreamed and visualized that he's sending rockets to Mars and trying to find another life in somewhere in the universe. Another people like Steve Jobs, he always visualized that he created the biggest technology company in the world, and this is what ended up happening in the future. So visualization is a very important technique, and we can't underestimate how powerful visualization is. So for you to build the habit of visualization, for you to practice doing visualization, I would recommend you that every time you feel relaxed, every time you end up in a calm or quiet place, just close your eyes for 1 minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Close your eyes. Try not to get distracted by any other thoughts, and just visualize your dreams, just visualize your goals. Visualize that you have achieved them. Visualize that you're sitting and driving your dream car, or sitting or living in the dream house. Visualize yourself that you created that incredible or wonderful company that you always dreamed to achieve. Visualize yourself, bring thoughts, mix those thoughts with feelings, emotions, and feel the event that is happening in your brain. Even if you haven't reached your goals, even if you're lacking sources to achieve your goals, just try to practice over and over again every day. Repeat those thoughts, repeat those feelings every day, or mostly when you go to bed one evening, before you start to think about your life experience or the things that happened during the day. Before that, just close your eyes for 2-3 minutes and relax your mind. Try to calm down, try to hold your feeling, your thinking, and just visualize your goals, visualize your dreams for 2-3 minutes or 5 minutes before you start to sleep. Same thing when you wake up early in the morning. When you wake up early in the morning, before you start to think about your to-do list or the events that's going to happen in your day, or the people that you're going to meet, or the workplace that you're going to be working at, try to visualize your dreams, your goals. Bring those pictures, bring those events, those experiences in your brain, and just rehearsing them, repeating them all the time for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, and then open your eyes and you will feel much happy, much energized, much positive. And when you believe on yourself, things and great things will happen in your life. So start from today, from now on. Build this habit in your life. Make it a part of your lifestyle. Make it a routine that you repeat it every day. And one day you will be very thankful. You will be very proud of yourself that you didn't underestimate this power and you used it for your own sake in order to achieve your goals. So that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed listening to this episode. I'm willing to do a lot of research and collect so much data, all the important case studies and strategies and tips for you to make a big transformation in your life. Thank you so much again for watching and listening, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye everyone.